taking the plunge into real estate, making... Hello everyone, I am Bob, and in this real estate video I will be covering how to actually get that marketing for your direct mail. Yes, it can be hard, but sometimes it can be very easy, but it might cost you a piece of yourself. So listen up and find out if you can actually get your stuff, get high quality stuff, and not sell your soul in the process. So let's go with the traditional way. A lot of agents find out how to get their marketing material cheap, quick, and easily. The most common method I have seen by far is to partner up with a title company. Now there's absolutely nothing wrong with this in general, but here are the pros and here are the cons of it. The pros are they always have a million templates that they can give you of pre-designed stuff, and you basically just fill in your basic information on it, and they will even send it out on your behalf. They'll fill it out, they'll clean it up, and for the most part it's free, or they pay half of it, or you pay some chunk of it. And that's not a bad way to go, especially if you're really starting out, you don't have a lot of cash invested, things like that. But then there's a big drawback to this entire thing that I don't think a lot of agents are noticing, which is the fact that while there are a lot of templates, you all kind of look the same. The other situation is you look the same not necessarily because the template is the same, it's because the materials that your stuff is printed on is exactly the same. It's always that flimsy piece of paper, that flimsy piece of postcard, or that normal envelope, which has its drawbacks because it doesn't play into the normal marketing schemes that you can normally go into if you really commit to a great direct mail marketing campaign. So that is the big con of the title company. Also, there's a big you should really work with us situation. So if you are going to work with a title company and kind of have that relationship, I would suggest having them nearby and actually making sure that they're good at their job. Otherwise, your client will not have as good of a service and an experience in general. So that is version number 1 of how you can get your marketing material. Version number 2 is a little bit more of what I do. Version number 2, you want to go out and find your own mailer people. The big pro of this is you can actually customize everything that you want to do. The templates and everything, yes, you could do that at the title company, but you can't necessarily customize the materials you use. You can a little bit, but you can't get super creative. Normally they have a couple normal things you do. So like what I do is I have custom handwritten ones on the front. The envelope is not this white normal one you always see. It's much bigger. It's heavier. The stock of the paper inside of it is much heavier. It plays a lot more marketing technique called chunky mail. The heavier something weighs, the more value that someone thinks it is inherently worth. Have you ever wondered why those American Express card little guys that you usually get in the mail are always so big and relatively heavy? It's because they're playing that game right there. So by actually going with a group and cutting out the title guy, you can get a lot more customization. So if you go that route, you actually need to be careful because a lot of them are just repackagers. Basically, they just wholesale, they buy this stuff expensive, and then they sell it to you even more expensive. What you want, if you decide to go that route, is to make sure that they actually kind of have their own paper factory, if you will. They have the materials, they have the equipment they need in order to make the envelope. They will normally make it out of a piece of paper, so they need an envelope folder, if you will. And they also need something that can actually stuff the envelope themselves. Otherwise, they're going to have a third party out there doing it, which means basically they're a salesman and they're getting a cut of the profits to them, and you are paying a higher price, and they don't actually have control over what goes on. So again, just like you would with a title company, make sure it's a good company, and I always prefer them to be close, because that way, if they get a little bit late on the shipments, you can actually come in and kind of bug them, which I have found in my experience helps. So those are the 2 main ways that you can get direct mail going for your campaign right off the bat. Title company, or you go the whole custom fancy route. Both have the pros and cons, but you let me know. Did you like this video? Please like, comment, and share if you did. If you have any more questions, please write them in the comments. And you know what? I always like it when you guys subscribe because I am making these videos every week, and they are really aimed to help the new agent in residential and even in commercial real estate. So, have a good one, guys. Bye.